The topic of the evening is returning freedom and power to the people. From our last conversation, more on what happened to the 60s and what now. Why is this dialogue important to me? The 60s for me were a time of great hope. A lot of inspiration, great leadership, music, and change. There was great passion to make positive change. And since then, I felt more helplessness in our communities and in myself, more despair. In those days, having a voice was commonplace. From poetry to politics, I had a sense of being on the edge of something then. I was idealistic. There were so many great leaders. John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, even John Lennon with the Beatles was killed. So I felt a part of me died too. There really was freedom of speech for a while. How to return that power to the people? That is the leading question for tonight. Michael Toms is best known for hosting and producing New Dimensions Radio, the award-winning and widely acclaimed interview series now reaching 12 million listeners worldwide. He has been called the Socrates of radio, and his many books include the bestsellers A Time for Choices, Deep Dialogue for Deep Democracy, and An Open Life, based on his legendary dialogues with Joseph Campbell.
For those of you who may not know Katy Byrne, allow me to introduce her. She's been a psychotherapist for more than 25 years. We'll forgive her that. After arriving in San Francisco, leaving Seattle, her home of origin, she began several careers. Finding psychology fascinating, she landed in graduate school, not knowing why. Has anyone ever figured out why you went to graduate school? This evoked constant curiosity and fascination with life, which is such a central part of her personality. She's been described as a female Woody Allen. Great, that's great. 1 year through synchronicity, she landed in the world of radio, which led to her own show, Telling the Truth Radio, which evolved into years of producing and hosting TV. Now, that's an interesting transition. With so many brilliant and fun people such as Harville Hendricks, David Schrock, Michael Pritchard, Mark Allen, Lonnie Barback, and many other local community members of genius and intrigue. She continues to run women's groups, work with clients with a range of issues, including eating disorders, coupling, goal setting, continues to write her column in Women's Voices newspaper. All the way on my right is Ralph Metzner. Now, Ralph is many things. He's an educator. He's many things. I first met Ralph in 1973. Jeez. Wow, Ralph. We go back a ways. Pardon? And he's a local. Yeah, he just lives up the road, right. And he's authored many books, but one of the books that really struck me that impacted my life at the time was Maps of Consciousness, published in 1971. Is it still in print, Ralph?
No.
Yeah, it was a great book, really. Needs to get back in print. Anyway, Ralph's been around for a while, and one of the great events that I had in my life was in 1977 at the University of California, Santa Cruz campus, Cal College. There was a reunion of Timothy Leary, Ralph Metzner, and Ram Dass, along with a whole host of others, and Alan Ginsberg. There were Andy Weil. Everybody was there. Pardon? John Lilly. Everybody was there. It was like a high school reunion, you know, only better. And it was wonderful, and Ralph was part of that. And Ralph's been part of, you know, Ralph's kind of he's the guy who's made sense of it, you know, if that's possible.